What's going on, guys? My name is Lextasy and welcome back to the channel. And today I finally get to drive a car that I wish I never sold, and that is a Shelby GT350. It is going to be a heck of a lot of fun. I have so much to tell you guys about it. It gets me so excited just talking about this car, but let's go. Hi guys, am I smiling? I think I'm smiling. I'm super excited about this car. So I'm here with my boy Igor. Thanks again, man, for letting me drive it. So actually has a YouTube channel as well. It's called Later HP, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm gonna link it down at the bottom. Now he also works for MTech Solutions, which is a Whipple dealership here locally in Asheville, North Carolina. So for all my boys that are about to Whipple their Mustangs, actually any car for that matter, you guys can do it for any of them.
Whipple makes, we can do it.
Seriously guys, if you need any Whipple stuff done, doesn't matter if it's a Charger, Camaro, anything like that, these boys can hook you guys up and they know exactly what they're talking about. So definitely trust them with your cars. But tell me a little bit about this Shelby GT, bro. Like I've always missed mine. I had one. It was like a 16 with 10,000 miles. I did a little bit of work to it, but it was black as well with the 305s and 295s. Man, I love these cars. Anything done to yours?
Previous owner did cut out the resonators.
Oh, did he?
Straight piped it. So
nice.
It sounds a little bit louder than stock.
Okay, what about the valves though? Are they still in?
They still work, yeah.
Oh,
okay. If you just flip it to sport mode, it opens them up, and
that's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Don't
Make sure
you
do that, because you know, if you restart it, you got to do it every time.
I was literally about to say, don't you hate that, like when you start the car, it turns the valves on, and it's horrible because you can't hear the car at all. But
and then you can adjust the suspension and the steering and all that too.
Oh yeah. Oh my god, dude, this is gonna be so much fun. I'm not gonna tear it up, I promise you, but I am gonna enjoy it.
I haven't even used launch control, but you should do it.
What? No, I'm not. I don't do launch control, period, not on the roads. But I'm gonna give you my keys, man. You take off, have fun, and we'll be gentle on your car. Oh, that car, man, I swear I will never get rid of that thing, and I'm so gonna regret saying that because I probably will. Anyways, still going. I freaking love it, man, every time. But that's a good thing. They're enjoying my car, and I'm going to definitely enjoy theirs. But this is a 2016 Shelby GT350. I had a 2016 as well. Actually, it was blacked out also, but I did a few mods on it. I'm going to actually post some pictures on there. And mine also had full Cooks long tube headers and the full Cooks exhaust. So it was really, really rowdy. My neighbors really hate it when I start that car up in the morning, but that's what made it mine. And especially with 8200 Redline, that sucker would scream forever. And I actually have a video of me on the dyno. All right, so I definitely want to pop the hood on this bad boy and show you exactly what I'm talking about, but I legit am super excited to drive this car. All right, so first things first, guys, this is a 5.2 liter V8 naturally aspirated motor with the 8250 Redline. What that means is this sucker sounds like a freaking Ferrari when it takes off, and when other vehicles have to shift, you don't have to shift for another 3,000 RPM or so. I actually raced my buddy's Corvette, and Corvettes have really long range gears. This thing has got a better gear and a longer gear than that, so you really can get through that whole power band before you have to shift. And you do have a 6-speed transmission as well. Now this one's also a track edition, so that means you get, of course, the differential cooler, and you get these really nice Recaro seats with really, really big bolsters. Actually, I would say it's probably bigger bolster than in my car, but I love it, man. I love the whole look of this car. It's amazing. Yes, it's a Mustang. I get it. A lot of people call it a Mustang, but it's a Shelby as well. When this sucker pulls up in front of you, yes, the body styling is of a Mustang, but the front end is completely different. And then once you get on the freaking gas pedal on this car, there's no way to mistake it for a GT or anything else. It's unbelievable, but I'm super excited to get it on the road and share a few things that I also learned about this car as well. All right, guys, and just like last time on the BMW Supra, first things first is, oh, these seats are so tight. Oh my gosh, I feel like I'm getting a hug, man. I love it. But energy drink, check. Got a perfect spot to put that right down there, so that works. And then our wallet, just like on any other car, you do actually have a really nice spot right here. You can slide it in there and not have to worry about it falling out. All right, so I'm super excited to start this car. Y'all ready? I love it. All right, now let's see if I can figure out where to do the valves as well, because I remember it's somewhere on this car. I think on mine it was actually like a little valve because mine was a premium and it had a bigger screen as well and heated cooled seats, but then you don't get these freaking nice, super nice Recaro seats on here. But mine was a button here, but I think on this would be on the steering wheel. So you got the suspension, you got the steering feeling on it, and I think it's this mode button right there. So let's see if that does anything. So that's normal, and then we go to, oh yeah, yeah buddy, you can hear them opening up. Hold on, give me a second. Oh my, this bad boy is about to be rowdy. I freaking love it. Let's go ahead and take this on the road. I'm super excited, I really am. This car, it's just, it's different. It's so much different. It is not a Mustang in my books whatsoever. Oh, 8,200 RPM, boys. That was 3,000. That was only 3,000, and I have another 5,000 to go. God, Jesus, man, this car is awesome. I just love that sound, and that was only 4,000 RPM. I gotta be honest, man, this feels really freaking good. Like, I love the seats. They're just so much more comfortable. I think it's because they're fabric, but the bolstering is a lot bigger as well. Like, it's more out, so it just feels like it holds you in the place more. Now, I know if you're a bigger guy, you probably will not like that at all. No, bro, let's just sit on the green. That's totally fine. People these days. Golly, that exhaust. I don't even want to talk right now, I just want to listen. So fun fact about these cars, so Shelby was making them or testing them for 5 years before he made it, and then he scrapped it last second because he realized that it just wasn't up to par. The quality of the build was horrible. They were falling apart after just barely 5 years of driving them and testing them, so he almost scrapped it, and I'm glad he did it. You can actually get a naturally aspirated 5.2 liter V8 GT350 motor to 500 wheel without E85. That's what was done on my car. These days, that's not a lot at all, but keep in mind, this was a few years ago. So back then, what, 2016 or so, 500 wheel was still something that you could be proud of. Not anymore, of course. That's why they came out with Whipple and twin turbo kits for these cars. Ooh, that Charger looks freaking sexy. I love that. That looks amazing. He's staring. Everybody's staring. I swear, this car gets more attention than my GTR does. What's up, bro?
What's up, man?
I love those lights, dude. That looks sick.
Thank you, man.
And that's my favorite color.
Is it 19 or 20?
That's a 16.
16?
Yeah. I love it, bro. It makes all the right sounds. That guy just roasted his tires. See, everybody knows this car. Woo, baby. Let it roar, man. Just let the sucker eat. I wish that these cars can handle Whipple superchargers, man. I really do, but you definitely got to build the motor. It's that high revving 12-to-1 compression, man. It just kills it, dude. It's not safe unless you do a lot of work to make it happen. I can still smell his tires, man. This car literally gets more attention. I've had people honk at me while driving. This guy pulled up and, I mean, clearly recognized the car. It's unbelievable. I love it. It was always the same for me as well. Mine was completely blacked out, and I had these daytime running lights done as well. I'm gonna post a picture. Love the look of it. For all my GTR boys out there, I highly recommend you guys drive one of these cars, especially if you know how to drive manual. Even if you don't, I literally feel like this would be a perfect car to learn it on. I was actually teaching my wife how to drive it on this than any other car because it's such a smooth shifting clutch. It's unbelievable, but the response on the steering wheel is amazing. Just the way it does everything. I love it. It just feels so much planted to the ground like one of our cars would, like the GTR, which is the all-wheel drive track king, but with the 305s in the rear and the 295s in the front, it can actually do some damage. So I actually had to get the GoPro out and use that instead of for those footage of driving because my camera would not stay on it. We found a little curvy road out here. I definitely want to get on, especially that 8400. So we're in first gear right now. Brakes on this thing. I just went like between 0 and 100 and came down to a stop in what, 300 feet? Jesus, man, she screams. I love it. I freaking love it. I could see myself getting so many tickets in this car. Everybody's staring, man. I mean, come on. That's it. Oh, after driving this, I want myself another one. Literally every car I'm passing, if they got the windows down, they're breaking their necks looking back. This clutch is so freaking smooth, and they last as well. It's unbelievable. I mean, you could throw it from, what am I, 5th gear right now? Let's put it in the 2nd right now. Downshift a little. I love it. I freaking love it. Oh, you can piss off so many people with this car. But a few things to look out for, guys, whenever you do buy one of these. First off, don't get a 16. I had one. I got lucky as anything because mine didn't need any oil. They're just literally really prone to eating oil, especially on the 16s and 17s. I don't know why. They just had a bad design. Second is the oil pump gear. You have to replace it. I don't care how many miles are on it. This one only has 12,000 miles and he's already done it because they just fail. And when they fail, you're gonna get a new motor. You have to get a new motor. Now, luckily, he still has warranty. Nothing's really done to his yet to make it, you know, void that at all. I mean, yeah, muffler delete, but that's nothing major. Another thing is that the 16s and the 17s have a screw-on filter instead of having one that I guess sits in the can. I don't know how to explain it, but those are actually known to unscrew themselves and fall off. There's actually a YouTuber, I completely forgot his name, I'm embarrassed right now, but he went to Ford to get an oil change done. I think a few days later he took it to a track and literally his oil filter came off, sprayed all over the exhaust, caught his car on fire, and the car is gone now. So one thing I actually recommend is, if you can afford it, not everybody can, but try to get a GT350R. There's a few big differences between them that make them even a better track monster. This car, this GT350, can do 0 to 60 in 4 seconds, quarter mile in a little over 12 seconds, I think 12.4 if I'm not mistaken. Now when it comes to the GT350R, it's even better because it's got a lot more carbon on it, like carbon fiber spoiler, carbon fiber wheels. Those wheels are like $6,000 a pop, but the GT350R has a 0 to 60 of 3.9 seconds and a 12.1 quarter mile, which is strong. It really is for a naturally aspirated vehicle, absolutely all day, and it weighs about 100 pounds less as well. But a 350R just stands out. The aerodynamics on it, it comes with, I think, 315s in the rears and 305s in the front. Well, this one has 295 in the front and 305 in the rear. Not a bad setup, but you can actually upgrade your GT350 to have that as well. I know I told you guys to get the GT350R, but something you need to know is that those actually don't come with any AC, any audio system, no rear seats, so they make it as lightweight as possible. That's why it's about 100 pounds lighter. So you can get those, but it is an option, so you have to pay more to have those options put back in pretty much after they take them out and charge you more for it. So it's kind of funny how that works. Now both cars, the GT350 and the R, both have the same horsepower. They're not tuned any different, so they're at 526 and 429 foot-pounds of torque, which is not bad at all for naturally aspirated. They do love to be in the higher RPM, so you got to go and try to get to that 7,000. I think 7,200 is this perfect like sweet spot. Oh baby, I need another one in my life. God, these brakes are amazing. I love it, man. I don't know what it is about the GTR, but every time I drive a different car, I always compliment the brakes. I don't know why that is. I don't know if it's because our car is just a boat. It's such a smooth clutch, and it screams so much. Woo! So listen to the difference between driving with the exhaust open and the exhaust closed. So right now we're open, but let's do this. Let's give it a little pull. That was about 4,500. Now let's do this. Let's go back to normal. Oh my God, dude, there's nothing there. I'm gonna do the same pull. I'm gonna downshift to third. God, even downshifting. It sounds like a Prius. Right now, watch, 4,500. Yeah, that valve should not even exist. Whenever you start this car up, and I know why they did it, and it makes sense, but when you start it first up, for a split second, the valve is open. Well, if you left it open the night before, but then it automatically shuts it off. So my Cook's Header GT350, that sucker screamed, and then all of a sudden it's like, you know, it's like somebody put a mask over the exhaust, so stuck a potato in there, and it sucks. Guys, I hope that footage was good. I kind of don't like using the GoPro. It kind of takes some of the quality out, but God, that rumble is amazing. It really is. You can listen to that for days. So what I love about this car, and I know a lot of people are going to say it's just a Mustang GT. It is, but it isn't. Yes, the body is of a Mustang, but if you look inside, there's a lot of little things that kind of make it stand out, make it different, that you know you're not driving just a regular car. First off, Recaro seats, you can't replicate those. They do not come in a Mustang GT, which is awesome. That's a big thing that gives it away. Secondly, of course, is I love this little badge that they have here of the Shelby or the Cobra, whatever you want to call it. You also have a little little emblem here. It's a badge that shows you that this is a chassis G3392, which is, I think the 2016s were all Gs. So it gives it a little touch, and of course the shifter's all in red, the button and everything about it. I love it, I really do. I wonder about the truck though, if it's big or not. I don't remember, it's been a while. Height wise, it's not big, but it actually really is deep. I remember fitting out like strollers was no big deal at all. So in the end, my personal opinion of this car, I love it, I really do. I just wish it had more power. That's all it's lacking. I mean, it's got the RPMs, it's got the power bend, it's got the handling. It just needs more reliable power. So 500 wheel or 546 at crank was nice in 2016. Not so nice in 2020 now, when almost everything has it. Even the Mustang GT is pretty much at 500 now. So it's just, it needs to be updated quite a bit. They're saying that they probably won't make these next year, which makes sense. They just kind of want to run it for 5 years and call it quits, which is going to make it a rare piece. I had mine and I actually sold it for pretty much the same price I bought it for. So these cars are actually not that expensive anymore. You could pick up one of these for about 40 to 45,000. He picked this one up for 44 with 12,000 miles on it, bone stock, which is a good way to get it. But if you find one with higher mileage, in the 30s easily. Just make sure you don't get a lemon. I'm telling you guys, you don't want lemon problems. If it had a lemon, or if it was a lemon before, it's going to be a lemon again. I can hear it from so far away. Oh man, that red is popping. That red is popping. Don't get me wrong, love this car, but that car though, I mean, come on now. How was it, man?
You're not getting it back.
That's what everybody keeps saying. So what'd you think, bro?
Dude, it was awesome.
Yeah, did you enjoy it?
This thing goes. Yeah, I let my wife drive it.
Nice.
She had the biggest smile on her face because she can't drive this. She doesn't know how to drive stick. So.
Oh yeah, that's right.
But tomorrow she's learning how to drive stick.
There you go. My wife did the same thing on my Shelby, man. Then I sold it.
This car is just stuck to the ground.
Yeah.
And it's got so much power, dude. I'm like shaking.
Nice. I heard it, dude, like a mile away, man.
Oh, yeah.
I freaking love it, dude. Seriously, these guys know exactly what they're talking about when it comes to Whipples, everything like that, man. If you need anything at all installed, I'm gonna put a link, of course, to the phone number, I guess, to the business, as well as a shout out for his channel, guys. Go ahead and subscribe to his as well. Tons of Shelby content on there. You will not be bored. I can promise you that for sure. But hey, man, once again, thank you again, dude. It's been an awesome adventure. But if you guys want to see other cars, definitely drop a comment. Tell me what you want to see on the channel. I'll bring all kinds of videos to you. I have a ton of good stuff coming. A McLaren, maybe, the fastest Tesla ever produced, things like that, man. But I enjoy it, and I hope you guys enjoy watching. But thank you so much for all the support, for all the love and everything I'm getting on every video. But drop a like, drop a comment. Enjoy your lives, enjoy your cars, enjoy your friends, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.